Hello everyone and welcome back to another Castle Nafrir boss guide. This time we're looking at Lady Inerva Darkvein on normal difficulty. There's quite a lot going on. I've only got about 5 minutes, so I'm going to smash this out as much as I can. Basically, to the sides of the room you see there's two anima jets one side and two anima jets the other side. You want to assign a player to each, probably with some raid markers down, because they need to be the ones that are draining the anima. Basically, on the side of the screen, you see you've got the four energy bars basically building up. That's the anima jets. When they're below 33%, they're doing just a basic ability. When they're above 33%, that ability gets powered. When it's above 66%, it gets further empowered. So ideally, you want to keep them all below 33% as much as possible. But she doesn't make that possible, really, because every 25% of her health, she will lock one jet. So at the moment, the first jet is being locked, so that's why you see it's on 53% there. And when she reaches 75%, she will then sack that one off and then lock the next jet, which she's doing there. When that happens, the person who is assigned to do the jets on that side can now start to drain the first jet to get it back down below 65, whatever it's on now. Every time you do drain, since it's been drained now, it does AoE damage to the raid, so you need to drain carefully. And as soon as that's got below like about 33%, we'll probably start to drain the second one. Oh no, you can't drain the second one, sorry, that one's locked. And what you want to do is by the time the boss reaches 50%, you want to have the third jet completely at 0, because that's probably the hardest one to deal with. So now let's go through the abilities. So one of them is a red circle on the floor. It needs to be soaked. When it's above 33%, it bounces. I think that's right. When it's above 66%, it leaves a red mark on the floor, which you just need to move out of. It could be the other way around, actually. I think it's the mark and then it bounces. The tank one, where that big red mob is there, if you get a big red circle around you, make sure you run towards the tanks, so when the ad spawns they can easily pick it up. When that gets empowered, it does an ability on the tank where they have to move away. Here, look, I'm in the soak zone now. And it left the red patch. So, yes, I think the red patch is on 33 and the bounce is on 66. The other one it does is the main problematic part of this whole fight. See, look at the beams there, because they're bouncing now because we're over 66%, so we just make sure we get 2 ranged in them. So the other one is the beams. So basically it places 3 orbs on the floor, and then after a few seconds, there's the orbs going out now, it would choose 3 people to be linked. So luckily enough for this video, it's me being linked now. So I go over to this one, and hopefully one of the other players will move over to that one, and you have to thread your beam through those orbs as quick as possible, and then it would just get rid of the orbs and you get back to the fight. The problem is when it goes over 33%, there's also a beam between those orbs. So if you're trying to get to your position to thread it through, you need to make sure you're not actually hitting the other beams as well, because you'll die quick. When it reaches 66%, it all just goes tits up, because those orbs start spinning out lasers as well, and you have to avoid them and thread it. So that's why really number 3 has to be on 0, which is our green marker there. Has to be on 0 by the time she reaches 50%, because then you just have max time to kill her without it reaching 66%. And then once she's down to about 25 or 35%, really, you want a hero, get her below 25 and then just start draining that third one straight away. It's not on 66% yet, and she's locking it now. She's locking the 4th jet now, so now the green one's available to be drained. And yeah, pretty much that is the fight. It's the orbs that are going to cause you a little bit of trouble. Just threading your beam through, because if one gets missed, then one player would die. But the orbs don't necessarily disappear; they just stay there, which I think happens at the end of this video. So again, I've got the beam. See, they're linked by the beam because we're already for over 33%, and one of our players died in it. So not a lot you can do here. So I'll pop darkness, pop my hearthstone, healthstone. fucking hell, should have Hearthstone really. Pop my health stone, get my life back up a bit. Just focus on getting this ad down because it does a bit of pulsing damage. It's all going a bit crazy. We've lost a few players now. It's all a bit of a mess. I should say we're on alts on this run because we've cleared this place far too many times. So, yeah, ad's dead. So now we can just focus on the boss and just not worry about any more abilities because there's only 8% left. That beam is still ticking out some damage. So it's a bit of a panic phase now. We just smash as much as we can just to get her down before anything else happens. Yeah, so that's it really. Thank you for watching. It's quite a lot to explain in quite a short amount of time. I hope it made a bit of sense, but keep checking back for more of our videos. Like I say, we're going to be doing all the raid bosses and all dungeons, just beginner's guide. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.